If you've been following the Invincible show, you'll know that the latest season is set to adapt one of the most epic events from the comics, the Invincible War, a story where evil variants of Mark from alternate universes invade Earth. This was one of the most significant and action-packed arcs in the series, but the show will likely omit one element that made it particularly memorable for comic fans. The original issue featured numerous cameos from other Image Comics characters, which will probably not appear in the show due to rights issues. So we've decided to make a breakdown of every cameo appearance in the Invincible War event. In today's video, we'll take an in-depth look at Invincible issue 60 and explain every single guest appearance, as well as the roles these characters played in an event. If you enjoy deep dives like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more Invincible content. Out of all the cameos, 3 deserve special mention, as unlike the others, they are part of the Invincible universe and have appeared in the comic multiple times. The first is Tech Jacket, a superhero created by Robert Kirkman, who originally starred in his own self-contained series but was later integrated into Invincible. He's seen battling one of the evil Mark variants in space, leaving the villain shocked by Tech Jacket's immense power. The confrontation between Tech Jacket and the evil Invincible variants is further explored in the Tech Jacket comic. We see that Zack fought not one, but 2 evil variants of Invincible simultaneously. Initially, Zack engages with only one Mark variant near Earth's orbit and holds his ground quite well. However, the arrival of a second Mark forces Zack to retreat toward Earth. The second Invincible recognizes Tech Jacket's armor, revealing that he has encountered the Geldarians, the species that created the armor, while the other Invincible is unaware of their existence. During the battle, Zack realizes he's neither strong nor fast enough to defeat 2 Viltrumites, so he resorts to a desperate solution. He overloads his armor, unleashing a massive explosion that vaporizes both Invincibles, but severely injures himself in the process. Fortunately, the Geldarians arrive just in time to rescue Zack. While Zack recovers, the war rages on. Another Kirkman creation featured in the event is Britt, an invulnerable superhero and ally of Cecil. While Britt had made occasional appearances in Invincible before, he became more integral to the story following this event. He's seen rescuing Cecil and Donald in the Pentagon and killing one of the invaders. Lastly, there's Astounding Wolfman, who had a crossover with Invincible a few issues earlier. He's seen escaping captivity after one of the evil Marks destroys the prison. Now, let's dive into the cameos from the other Image Comics properties. Perhaps the most famous cameo in this comic is Spawn, who's prominently featured on the cover. He's seen battling an evil Mark wearing a Viltrumite uniform who claims to have met and even killed Spawn before. It's likely that this Spawn is not Al Simmons, the original holder of the mantle, but rather James Downing, the second Spawn in the comics. At the time this issue of Invincible was released, Simmons had retired, and Downing was the main Spawn. If you're familiar with Spawn, you'll know how incredibly powerful he is, which explains why he only appeared once. His presence could have drastically shifted the power dynamics of the Invincible universe. On the same page as Spawn, we see Duncan Rosenblatt, the main character of the Fire Breather comics, which you might recognize from a 2010 animated movie released on Cartoon Network. Duncan, a human-dragon hybrid, is a formidable character. He had previously teamed up with Invincible in the Pact crossover series, alongside other superheroes. In this issue, he's seen fighting an evil Mark in the city, who taunts him by saying that the Duncan in his universe is far more powerful and has become the king of monsters. On the second day of the invasion, Cecil mobilizes every superhero on Earth, and we're introduced to more characters from other Image Comics. One of them is Youngblood, a high-profile superhero team overseen by the US government and led by former FBI agent and superhero Shaft. The members of Youngblood also appear in the next issue, helping to repair the damage caused by the battle. When the villain Powerplex attacks Invincible, one of Youngblood's members, Badrock, a superhero made of solid rock, intervenes and gains the upper hand against Powerplex, as he's immune to the villain's electric powers. Another superhero team featured is Dynamo 5. Dynamo 5 is a team of 5 superpowered teenagers who discover they're all children of the immensely powerful superhero Captain Dynamo. Unbeknownst to the public, Captain Dynamo had several children, each inheriting a different aspect of his powers. This revelation brings the group together as they learn to work as a team to embrace their shared legacy. Lastly, there's Cyberforce, a team of cybernetically enhanced mutants. Cyberforce comic follows a group of individuals who were abducted and experimented on by Cyberdata, a powerful corrupt corporation. These experiments grant them extraordinary cybernetic abilities, but they're also implanted with control chips that force them to serve the corporation. After gaining their freedom, the group bands together to fight against Cyberdata and other threats, seeking to protect humanity from the dangers of unchecked technological advancement. During the Invincible War, the evil Mark they fight recognizes them and claims to know everything about them. Another character featured in the comics is Pit, a human-alien hybrid created by an alien race known as the Creed to serve as their ultimate killing machine. He's incredibly powerful, as seen when he single-handedly overpowers and kills one of the evil Invincibles. However, he's later shown knocked out, presumably from the intense battle with the Mark he defeated. On the same page, we see more cameos, including Shadowhawk and Madman. Shadowhawk is a wielder of a powerful ancient set of armor, and the mantle has been taken up by several individuals over time. In the comics, the first Shadowhawk is Paul Johnstone, a former district attorney. However, the Shadowhawk seen in Invincible is Edward Collins, the second Shadowhawk, a high school student who inherited the armor and continued the superhero's legacy. Madman is a quirky, offbeat superhero series that blends science fiction, humor, and existential philosophy. The story centers on Frank Einstein, a man who's resurrected after a fatal accident by a pair of eccentric scientists. He's given superhuman abilities, including enhanced strength, agility, and a healing factor, but loses most of his memories in the process. Frank adopts the persona of Madman and becomes a reluctant hero. They're both seen battling an evil Mark wearing an Omni-Man costume who boasts about having killed his own father in combat. This Mark is later found dead, seemingly killed by Madman's yo-yo, which he used as a weapon. Savage Dragon also makes an appearance, fighting alongside his allies against an evil Mark in a blue suit. Savage Dragon and Invincible have crossed paths before, as Mark has appeared in Savage Dragon comics multiple times. Dragon even remarks that the Mark he's fighting isn't the Invincible he knows. He reappears in the next issue, giving an interview about the event. Dragon defends Invincible's reputation, explaining that the evil Marks were doppelgangers and that the real Mark fought alongside the heroes to stop them. He urges reporters to review the footage carefully and present the truth to the public. The Darkness, a very powerful being who is stated to be an elemental force of chaos from the Witchblade series, is also seen taking down one of the evil Marks. Witchblade herself makes an appearance as well. For those unfamiliar, Witchblade is one of Image Comics' most iconic characters, a former detective who wields an ancient sentient weapon called the Witchblade. She manages to defeat one of the evil Invincibles but is shown unconscious after the battle. Lastly, there's Ultra, a character from a unique comic series that explores how superheroes navigate fame and celebrity while keeping their crime-fighting lives mostly in the background. While most of these cameos are brief and easy to miss, dedicated fans have noted their appearances. Many of the characters featured in this event aren't as well known as Invincible, so it's likely that this comic introduced many readers to these unique heroes for the first time. Although the show may not include these cameos due to rights issues, the Invincible War event remains monumental on its own. It's widely regarded as one of the most significant and impactful storylines in Invincible comics, ensuring its place as a fan-favorite moment in the series. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth comic book breakdowns like this.